Hi, chat. Hi, guys. Hello, Ixum. Hi, Captain Kirk. Hi, Cogbold. Hi, Rogue. Hi, Sam. Hi, Mean. And hi, Turkey. Uh, your bird might be a little bit addicted to this game. Hello, Yotic. um, I don't know. I got up today. I was like, I'm gonna go do my shit, and then I'm like, I really want to play Strange Antiquities. Like, I really want to play the game. So we're here now. Um, Surprise stream. Rip people's to watch streaks. Uh, I don't know how long the stream is gonna go for. Um, but if it goes for long enough, I'll just change the. I'll just connect it to the Valorant one. But if it doesn't, I'll just stop streaming and start again at 8 for Valorant. Thank you for the 67 bits, Rogue. You cannot be mad at me. Love you. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't be mad at this guy for constantly doing the fucking 6-7 shit. Lizard. Thank you, Turkey. Very cool. Yeah, it's sick. Amazing. Oh, now jump scare. Yippee. But yeah, more Strange Antiquities.
Cheese.
Cheese. I know how to make it up to you. Oh, I see. Thank you, Rogue. Alright, goodbye, Turkey. The oven will be preheated when you return. But yeah. Lizard. What is this? Oh, I can kind of time travel a little bit. Okay. Bitch, what? I thought you were lurking. Shoo. Get out of here. Alright. I'm currently watching a modded run of RE Requiem. What, Resident Evil Requiem? But the mods are unknown. Gideon is Rick Sanchez. Leon's face was hit with a snapshot filter. Grace has cat ears. The Requiem gun is a banana. And Leon's car is a plastic garden chair. Amazing. You shoo? What? This is my stream. What the fuck, Turkey? I also have good news for you, Ari. What is it, Rug? Okay, so we have peak mods, honestly, right? That does sound like amazing mods. It's missing Leon bunny suit? Real. It's Sam's stream now? Sam, you heard him. This is your stream now. How do you feel? Yeah, you're today's streamer now. Congrats. I lost a bet, so cat ears are on the way. Hey, let's go. It's okay, we can pet the cat. Also, there's a Steam achievement for petting the cat like 60 times. So that's a thing. Like if cause I have my Steam overlay open, you can't see it, but yeah, not 60. Pet Jupiter 30 times. I'm at 15. Okay. You're a VTuber now. You have gained a terrible sleep schedule and depression. I think Sam already had a terrible sleep schedule, so I don't think anything's changed in that regard. You like, congratulations, you're a VTuber. You have a terrible sleep schedule, a caffeine addiction, and depression. Which I don't know if like anything changed for Sam in that regard. Yeah. I think that might just be normal. Alright, keep petting the cat. You're also a bottom? You're also now a bottom. Well, no, not really. See, the thing, Rogue, is that not all VTubers are bottoms. You specifically are a bottom. But that's not because you're a VTuber. So you're not a bottom? Sure. Whatever you say, darling. Ari's an expert on bottoms because Ari is a bottom. I mean, yeah. Probably. Okay, so I have... So we have the clue card. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. So I guess if we go to this guy's house... Let's see. Up the stairs. So, up the stairs... Which fucking stairs? Okay. Up the stairs. Joke doesn't work on you. That's right, the joke doesn't work on you. Exactly. I admit that I'm a bottom. Just tell Kuma he's a bottom later. Yeah, you do that. Alright, see ya, turkey. See ya, 2-3 is crazy. What do you mean that's generous? I'm taller than that. What the fuck? Okay, up the stairs. Left. Then left again. What the fuck is left then left again? Okay, if I go up, okay, if we go up the, if we're assuming we go up the main, like, 2 staircases, then we end up here, right? And then we go left? And then left again? Or do we go, like, down the hall, left? So then we end up going down here, and then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. What? I'm lost as fuck. Okay. Okay, up the stairs. Left and left again. Second on the right. That one? I guess? Okay. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. You got this, darling. At least I know you're directionally challenged for when you visit. Hey, listen, I'm very bad at navigation. Oh, it's some fingies. Okay. Are they real severed fingers? Surely not. And there's like a gold. I have nothing to remark. Makes me feel uneasy. I don't like it. Is this potentially the, witch's finger? Right? In their fingers? Right? Or I guess it's finger. Like singular, but I have 2, so that's my guess for now. I don't know. I'm gonna be your guide, aren't I? Yeah, exactly. Helena Appleton. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. Oh, you want St. John's Anvil. I heard you might be able to help me. Yes, you want a St. John's Anvil. I know you do. Yes. Okay. Thank you for the stretch and hydrate, Sam. Let's see. Gray's Grace. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy. Unshrimp thy back. I don't want to unshrimp. It's comfy to be shrimp. They share the design of a shadow catcher. Okay. Well, this one we can change the label color, because we know for sure this one's confirmed. Pop that over there. Let's see. Gray's Grace. Okay. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy, they share the design of a shadow catcher. The fuck is a shadow catcher? Shadow hold. Is there a second item that has that fucking thing on it? This one, right? Shadow catcher design. Yes, this is... okay. Gray's Grace. Okay. Sick. Alright, should we... oh. Thank you for the bit, Rogue. Divert expectations, 6-7. God damn it! Okay, I still want to know what goes here. It's like a flower. But I don't have any trinkets that fit this shape. Yeah, I don't have anything that fits that shape. Not yet. And I don't know where to find that key. I have this little thing, but I need 4 more of those. Okay. Okay, pet the cat. Good cat. Good kitty. I got the Steam achievement. Pet Jupiter 30 times. Hell yeah. Okay. Baron Potter. Okay. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. Hello, Apollo! And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. Yeah, probably not. I'll be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone if you have one. Okay. What the fuck is an Elva stone? Huh. Can I eat the stag statue? What, this one? I mean, it's made of clay. I don't know if you want to eat clay, but, I mean, you could, I suppose. Okay. Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as Braxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with a Selenic discipline. A connection that is also reflected in their design. Okay. So... I guess first of all, Selenic discipline... Sure. So first of all, planetary metal. What is a planetary metal? Copper, gold, iron, lead, quicksilver, silver, tin. Associated with the Selenic design. What does Selenic mean? The moon? Right? So the moon would be silver, right? So it'd be made of silver, and then it would have a moon design? Most likely. You're made of silver. What about you? What are you made of? Stone and gold. The moon! Yeah. So this one's made of tin. Are you made of? Green marble and iron. Okay, well, I think it's this one then, because this one's made of silver and it features a moon. Or multiple moons for that matter. And it has an ethereal quality to it. It's this one. Yes. Okay. Design features crescent moons, a reflection of Selenic. Yeah. Silver's metal associated with the moon. Yes. Planetary metal, that means the moon. Yes. Oh, hey. New trinket. I'm gonna move that one over there just because it looks really ominous and I'd rather not have that staring at me. You know? Alright. Let's see. I have nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Cool, warm. Okay, so what's this? Gold, blue gemstones, and silver. Huh. Do we know what you are? Nope. You go over there. Tip of the talon against their cheekbone, drawing blood. So they have to have two tips. It has to be something that has the two tips, which could be this one. Could be that they press against their face and get this. But I also don't know if this is a witch's finger, because it feels like it'd be a finger, right? But I don't know. Because that's the only one that kind of matches that shape. But I don't know if it's just because we don't have the other thing yet. Thank you for the stretch and hydrate, Rogue. Okay, Cystic Purifier. I have Cyrene Ward. What is it made of? Is fingers. They're severed fingers. Which I assume it means they're witches' fingers, but they're also, probably. No more shrimping. God dang it. Let's see. Cyrene Ward, made of basilisk scales. A material known to endure intense heat. I mean, made from scales. None of these are made of scales. So I don't think we have this one yet. Ethereal Key we do have. There's this one. Cernanos? I don't fucking know. Let's see. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, these ancient artifacts enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. It is alleged that Cernanos himself wielded an eye. Eyes of Cernanos are hard to come by, they are powerful and should not be used carelessly. I mean, this is an eye. You know? It is in fact an eye. Gray's Grace we've already identified. The Hearing Charm we've also identified. Heart Chamber. There's a vast skull in the catacombs. Oh, thank you for the 6 bits, Rogue. I also just want to say proud of you, Goober. Much love. Aw, thank you. Thank you, darling. Okay, so what the freak is this? Thank you for the 7 bits, Rogue. Also for the funny. God dang it. Heart chambers are based on this mythical object, but they all have morphed over time into a way to keep those dear to us close to heart after death. I mean, I suppose... Okay, so there's a vast skull. This is the only one that resembles a skull. Strong sense of being watched. I don't know if that lines up with Heart Chamber. Lamb Siphon is supposed to be made using the dried seed pod. I don't think any of these look like it's supposed to be. It's made with a dried seed pod. I think these are all like metal or stone. So I don't think we have that one. Lead heart. These items depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form. They're heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to rekindle romantic interest and sometimes given as wedding gifts. Well... This one's 2 pounds. I don't know. That's 1 pound. Core of lead. That one? No. Not really. Okay, well that one's just made of gold, which means it should be heavy anyway. Are you really heavy? Ha! You are. Okay. Which means you are probably a lead heart. Because it looks like it's made of clay, but it's the core of lead, so it's heavy. Yeah. Okay, so that one looks like lead heart. Let's see, Moonstone Guardian. For the banishment of Hobbs' fear and Noctic sight, these tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. I don't know if I would have said this one looks more like a comforting guardian than, I don't know, I guess this one? Right? Sense of being watched? No, that doesn't really line up with that one. Actually, what is this? Tenebran Cloak that I said it was? Restful Nether. Thaumaturgist linked to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of nether. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Okay. So, it has to be some vessel capable of holding liquid. Okay, those ones are confirmed. Holding liquid. This one then, maybe? Nothing to remark. Smell like a rotten egg. Soft. Nothing to remark. see. Meditative state and bypass the Russian clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Clarity of thought. So this one has a pinkish gemstone. So moonstones then probably. Usually pink or off-white, a stone of protection and enveloping night. I don't know. Sextrum. Worth saying is this one. Because it has a symbol of protection and the symbol of insanity. So it makes sense of protection against insanity. See the shimmer. These belong to a series of objects. Oh, by the way, did you like the gifty earlier? Yeah, it was really sweet, Rogue. Thank you. These belong to a series of objects that are designed to slot into armor or weaponry. They induce calm rage in the face of unimaginable horrors of battle, allowing the bearer to stay one step ahead. The Knight of Thorns famously wore a shimmer on his chestplate, but it didn't save him from being slain in the Battle of Sutherfell of 1356. Okay. So I'm seeing it should have like 3 rounded tips. So like potentially this. It's got 3 rounded tips. Those 3 dots line up with the holes here and then the dot in the middle. Does this make me feel anything? Not really. I still feel like this could be a shimmer. Okay. So there's that. The Scythian charm. Okay. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it is raining. Okay, so are you... Okay, so not you. Those are fine. Warm and vibrating with energy. Okay, but you. Rough and pitted, no. Smooth. Smooth. Smooth ridged. Hard and cool. It is raining, so... cool and smooth, surprisingly warm. Polished, rough. Polished. Warm, cool. Warm. Okay. Warm, hard and cool. I'm thinking this one might be a Scythian charm. I'll have to come back to this one on a day when it's not raining and then see if it is cold. But yeah, Spirit Eye. Do I know what a Spirit Eye is? Probably this one, right? Yeah. Opposing symbols, yeah, okay. Spirit Eye, Tenebrine Cloak. Upon activation, a Tenebrine Cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. That's why I think it's this one. It's a pinkish gemstone in bronze. Are you in bronze? You're in bronze. A gemstone in bronze. You are a gemstone in bronze. But we open the book for gemstones. This one is a moonstone. This one's green turquoise. What is this? A green gemstone. Turquoise gemstone. So green is jade. And this one's, and the other one's water. Yeah, no, it's that one probably. Most likely. Okay. Witch's finger. Severed ditches of the Witch of Endermere, which might be that one, but I have no idea other than finger. The Zia. Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. Zias are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. Single material. This one. It's a single material. This one's a single material. Do I have anything? I have a sense of being watched. Fear and paranoia. Okay, so this one's probably a Zia. If I can spell it right. Because that lines up with paranoia and it's made of single item. And there's no writing or anything. Okay. I did my best to identify a couple items. You're doing swag, so guess what? Huh. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Okay, and Ambra. Oh, thank you for the bit rug. Aww. I love you, darling. Okay, these items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. Oh. You two, my tall burb. Yippee. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. Bonk? What am I getting bonked for? What the heck? It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. That's real. They do it all wrong anyway. Right? Hello, Eris! Hello! Thank you so much for the raid. Yeah, welcome in, welcome raiders. If you don't know, my name is Erlyn Croat. I am a Crow VTuber, well, PNG tuber for now, but, you know, eventually. And we are playing Strange Antiquities, which is a... I want to say cozy, But like, it's also very like, I don't know. We've got like stuff covered in blood, so I don't know if I describe it as cozy, but we run basically like um a shop where we have a bunch of trinkets that do various different things, and then we don't know what they are, so we just kind of have to go off the clues and identify them. And then, yeah. But yeah, welcome readers, welcome Eris. You know, I did not catch what you guys were doing before. So how did stream go? What are y'all doing? But also, if you have to raid and run, feel free to go take care of yourself, get a snack, stay hydrated. I did some RE9 speedrun and art. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have never played a Resident Evil game, so I have no idea which one 9 is, but that sounds really fun. And art, let's go. Thank you for the stretch, Rogue. Okay, yeah. Never? Oh. I have not, no. I'm not too much of a fan of horror games. We can change that? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a spider there. It's crazy. Okay. She gave me a page and then left, I guess. You love me, right? Let's play horror stuff. Oh god. What the heck, Rogue? You know, fine. Only if it's multiplayer, though. I will not accept playing single-player horror games. I'm scared. But I will get a list. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. Love you, dear. Oh no. Okay, alright. Let's see. These items cause mental fog, withering of intellect and thought. They're slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. What the fuck is a noctic field? Okay, well that doesn't help me. I did have a piece of paper on thaumic fields. All thaumic objects produce a field of sorts. They can be observed by placing an object over a thaumic lens. Okay. I don't know what a thaumic lens is, but I assume we get one later on. Then, okay, a diurnic field pattern is just a bunch of circles, which makes sense. And then I guess a noctic one would look different because the circles are in different spots. We'll just have to set that aside until we get a thaumic lens, I suppose. Alright, I've been wearing a pendant that I found in the library and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. Huh. It is rather pretty, though. Someone told me I need a Cossack purifier, and this is the place to get one. Okay. Here you go. Label bears the symbol for vinegar. Yep. Close inspection, there's small objects rattling inside. Yeah. Okay, a Valant. The holes in a Valant are of roughly equal size and spacing. They're used by the adventurers to help them find their way. The curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Okay, we can change the label color because this one's confirmed, and then we can pop this one over here. I mean, if we go to the thing we just got, which I've already forgotten the name of. A valet, yes. The holes in a valet are roughly equal size and spacing. And this, I guess, has roughly equal size and spacing holes, but like, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I suppose that could be a valet. I don't know. Unsure. What does that do? Because that's got the sigil for protection. Is this a symbol for anything? What is it? Circle. Circle with more circles. Kind of looks like a symbol for calm, but like rotated and then mirrored. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, next person! Simone Green. Okay. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Do you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? Yes, these ones. I have learned they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. Okay. Alright, let's see. Alcove key. Orange shackle. Evacant. Then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Okay. Alcove key. Okay. So, do we have an... Okay. We'll just go down the list, I guess. Horned shackle. Horned shackle, horned shackle. Horned shackle. Okay. An evacant. Evacant. And then a moon something. Is there anything that's called Moonstone Guardian? Tend to take a form of a comforting guardian. Comforting guardian. I don't think any of these really look like a comforting guardian. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe I need to get more things? After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. And a hearing charm. Veiled Fen. Veiled Fen is brightly colored in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals, substitute for charisma. Okay, so first of all, let's change the label color of that one, and then can put this over here. There we go. Okay. So we got a new thing. A new thingy. I've already forgot its name. Veiled Fen. Yep. Shines brightly in the light, but it clouds over a short period in total darkness. Okay. So if I were to put you here, and just close you into a fucking thing, cupboard, for a while, and then I'll come back to you. Brightly colored in the light. Do I have anything else that's like brightly colored? No, you're still shining. Still very shiny. What about you? Ooh. Okay, so you get dark. Okay, Veiled Fen. That's what you are then. Okay. Have identified that one. Moonstone Guardian. For the banishment of Hobbs' fear. What the fuck is Hobbs' fear? No. Okay, Noctic Sight. What the fuck is Noctic Sight? What the fuck? I don't know what that is. I'll start putting everything I own on this slot and see if it does anything. I don't know, trial and error it or something. I mean, like... I'm just gonna try everything. Follow-up question. Is there anything that's moon related? Moon heart? A Selenic totem? Oh! What was that? Okay. So we have New things. Okay, we have more of these symbol thingies. Oh, we have some cups. And we have like a charm. Okay. Shit, I ate. And this one can go there. Okay. The librarian, Simone Green. Simone finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. She manages the collections of the Woodworth Library, following her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writings. Okay, let's see, what the fuck are you? You're a green gemstone, dark wood, you perhaps. Rough polished. Has a pleasant scent that reminds me of the forest. I have nothing to remark. Okay. Okay, so it looks very much like the binding seed. But, yeah. Okay, so we were not looking for a Moonstone Guardian, we were looking for the Moon Charm. Moon something. I already forgot. Fuck. Moonheart. Yes, select totem. Okay. Restful Nether. Let's see. So it's one of these ones, probably. One of these cups. Let's see. Wood, dark purple gemstone, rough, uneven texture, sharp odor, strong odor, sharp but not entirely unpleasant. Nothing to remark. Dark purple, dark purple. Okay. What is dark purple in terms of gemstones? Peace and safety. Perhaps. Let's see. Wood, oak if I'm not mistaken. Gold paint. Detailed engraving. Sharp aroma. Nothing to remark. Wood. Hard and somewhat rough. Sharp aroma. Nothing to remark. Well. It's one of them. It certainly is one of them. Yep. That's all I got. Alright, next day. At the camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. What the heck is this? Oh, it's a statue. Kind of pointed somewhere. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Okay. Maiden in the tower. Is there like a tower? Belfry's Tower, 22. I climb the narrow winding stairs to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I am now alone in the tower, standing in the center of the circular platform as a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. So, east. So, east. What was it? I am buried among the trees. Due east. Among the trees, the mossy wood. Yes. Okay. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone, but there's nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Okay. New trinket. Nothing to remark, nothing to remark. Pitted gold, turquoise, orange, pale yellowy orange. Iron and golds. Okay. See, Verona Green, welcome back. I've walked up the beck a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it, bellying up and blackened they were. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I'm on my way to Calgarth Hall now. Good morning, Shadow. I spoke to Dr. Robertson earlier, and she said the two women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm existing. Funny video game. When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about. Second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago, and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Yours in faith, Anna Bryant. Okay. Okay, so I'm supposed to visit someplace. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Abandoned house in the lakefront. Okay, so it's gonna be on this side. We take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. It's like here. You know the one. Second from the left in the row of 4. There. So I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and large melted candles pool out onto the wooden floor on either side. At the center of the altar there's a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been here for a long time. I do not see any hinges or keyhole or any way of opening it at all, but after a while I notice an inscription that says simply, I open to the voice. Huh? The freak? Are you playing or are you just in a training ground? I mean... Oh, you're playing Night Rain. Okay, yeah. Learning Night Rain with my comfort streamer on. Life is good. Heck, are you playing or just in the training ground? Training ground. Eh? Okay, so it opens to the voice. What the fuck is the voice? Hmm? Hmm? What do you mean I open to the voice? What the freak? Truth? No. Eye of Cernanos? No. Voice of Cernanos. Right? Okay. The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Okay. Gold, light pink gemstone. Nothing to remark, nothing to remark. Yeah, I had that one up there to check if it was a Scythian charm. Oh, it's still raining. Can it stop raining? What does this do? I have no idea. Alright, we'll find out if that's a Scythian charm eventually, but not today, I guess. Alright. Let's see. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. What? It's not my intention to bring your attention to a matter of contention. Huh? I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation. Huh? For your part, a leaden heart of the thaumic art. Okay. Corvin's Might. A Corvin's Might, sometimes called an Eagle's Gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. When the warrior queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. Okay. What? Yo, what? This is so cryptic. Okay. Corvin's Might. Oh, thank you for the 10 bits, Rogue. You're doing well, baby. I'm proud. Yippee! Yippee! Corvin. With it, she turns the tide of battle and the legend of the Bloody Queen. Okay. It's an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. Okay. So I guess from the image, it's supposed to be an eagle's gift, right? So this eagle's got something in its fucking mouth. Got a little thing. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. Actually, what gemstone is this? Huge black gemstone streaked with red. Black gemstone with red. Bloodstone, Wixic. Dark green or black with flecks of red. A dark stone for dark purposes. No. Bees. Hi, Royal. Okay, so binding seed we already have, which probably means this one's Corvin's Might. Potentially. I don't know. Not sure, honestly. But we'll call the next customer. Yippee. Next. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. Okay. Just why do I have pinks on Discord? Who the fuck is pinging me? Okay. No, it's fine. Okay. Item discovered. What? What the heck are you? A black gemstone, gold, smooth. Nothing to remark. Oh, that's what this is for. No? Yeah. Okay. Alright. We got that. So we have a new thingy. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Hard, thin and delicate. Some kind of green organic material and wood. Okay, so first of all, I think this one is the lamb siphon. Right? Because this looks like that. The dried seed pod, and it said it is some green organic material. Okay, so we'll go with this one being the lamb's siphon. I spelt it wrong. Oops, my bad. Siphon. Okay. That can go there. Okay, cool, that's that. And then on curses and their effects, let's see. Black heart. The heart of the sufferer feels constricted as though it is clamped in a vice. The skin is pale and cold to the touch and veins stand out darkly on the body. Eventually death will occur. So Brax's character has been necrosis of the flesh, but afflicted will feel no pain, but the scarring has no cure. Breath of Lyra. While those affected appear to be able to breathe normally, they feel as though they are choking. See, burning blood. The subject has a sensation of burning from the inside out. Is rarely survived, and those that do never fully recover. Morgan's insanity, a poison of the mind. Noctic sight. Those suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. The sapphire curse. Let's see. Sapphire curse marked by a telltale blue tint to the eyes. Those under these curse are plagued by waking hallucinations. Torments paralysis, affects the mouth and tongue so that speech becomes impossible. Okay. Well, that book is there now. Fun. It wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid that I'm going to need to rely on you for a little longer. Okay. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. They said it would take a very powerful force indeed to set them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. I will be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections of the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Do I have a Scythian charm? Scythian charm. Scythian charm. Scythian charm. Scythian charm. Is it you? Yes. Aha. Gold and silver leaves into the horticultural use, vibrates in the wet weather. Well, I haven't necessarily seen it not vibrate, but sure. This is a Scythian charm. Okay. Sure. Okay. Diverging hook. A diverging hook is a way to carve thoughts from the mind of another. Oh. Thank you for the 54 bits, Chloe. L Rogue, what a bottom. Real. Honestly? Real and true. What a bottom. A diverging hook is a way to carve thoughts from the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought was ever there at all. But it is all too easy to leave a mind in disarray. Even when approached with care, the unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track of. They have a single gemstone from each of the 3 thaumic branches. Okay. 3 gemstones, right? 3 different gemstones. 1 gemstone, 1 gemstone, 1 gemstone, 3 the same, 1 gemstone, 3 different gemstones, right? And this is orange, turquoise, yellow, pale yellowy orange. Okay, so orange is amber, which is diurneric, which is diurneric, which means what exactly? That is diurnal. Okay. And then we have an aquamarine. Turquoise, and it is Dradic, which is of the earth, which is celestial. Now we have a pale yellowy orange. Do we know what that gemstone is? Pale yellow, topaz, Wixic, of the body, sort of strength. Okay, so this one then. Alright, yeah. Okay, checks out. This is a diverging hook. Okay. Alright. That is that one identified. Next person, please. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. I'm finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. If nothing else, Dranthium tea from a restful mether might get a moment of lucidity out of them, but if you've got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Restful mether or witch's finger? Okay, hold on. Restful mether. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Or a witch's finger, which inflicts pain with the goal of supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. Do we think we care if the patients die? Unpleasant experience, but a last resort. So this might be purification of the body, which could work if this is even the witch's finger. But no. Okay, this is not the witch's finger. Which means that one's probably the Amphibian Talon. Amphibian Talon. I spelled that right. Yippee. Okay. Okay, but witch's finger. Do I have a witch's finger? Witch's finger, yeah, because it's got the witch sigil on it. On visiting High Green Church, I was able to learn that the witch refers to a yew tree, and this item is made of yew. It also features a symbol of witchcraft. Oh, I could have visited the church. Oops. Bones guard. Small item known as a bones guard can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. King Cedric of the Meek was well known to be terrified of being poisoned, and so always drank from the same goblet and always placed a bones guard inside. He was stabbed to death in 1203. These objects bear the mark of the antidote. Okay, well. High Green Church. Should I go visit there? High Green Church. All yew tree stands. Its gnarled branches scratch gently against faded gravestones in the way breeze. Local lore. The tree is known as the Witch of High Green Church, and there's the belief it have unnatural powers. While the tree lives, the witch's fingers cut from its limbs are alleged to provide healing through pain. I see. Okay. Mark of the antidote. Okay. Do I have anything that says mark of the antidote? As protection? Poison? I don't think there's one specifically that's antidote, right? Okay, so I'm assuming mark of the antidote just means protection and poison. So diamond and that. Got no symbols on it. It's just a triangle. Not really got any symbols. This got symbols of like the weather on it. Everything else is identified. Might just not have it yet. Rebecca Rose. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonders of the Ares remnant with me. When did I do that? It has changed my life. I'm still getting to grips with it, but I'm already feeling my way back to painting again. Oh, it's just the painting lady who gave the thing. Thank you. Yippee. Okay. He knew what he had to do. Without hesitating, he took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. Okay. Ooh, like a castle. I am closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Which side does the sun rise on? Or it sets on the west? Does the sun rise from the east? Am I Chat, I'm stupid. Does the sun rise in the east? It feels like. So the sun rises from the east. So the furthest from the sunrise would be west. So, like, where am I going? I'm lost. Closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Okay. Hmm? Huh? What? No, what? I'm lost. I'm so lost. I'm confused. I'm closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. So it would be west, right? Which west is on the left? Chat, I might be stupid. Chat, help. Oh god. That's the tower on the west, but there's nothing there, so closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. North is this way, then west is this way, which... here? Oh, okay, it's the other tower. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one, but two smaller wooden chests along with a cryptic scrap of paper. Okay, wood with bronze detailing, purple gemstone, engraved symbol, nothing to mark. What mark is that? No, I don't need you. I need that. The symbol book. Kind of looks like infinity, but with like a line through it. It's not life. What is it? Thunder. The symbol for thunder. Okay. Alright. Unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. Smooth, polished. Wood, gold leaf. Okay, it's got the clock in it. So what was the thing? Probably ecumenical? Memento mori? Because it's got the clock and pulling the threads of one's mind. And it says sensation on the back of my skull. Okay. So this one would be an ecumenical. Did I spell that right? Ecumenical. Yes. Okay, amazing. Alright, and then what's this? Something seal. Okay. Well, half of a scrap piece of paper. We'll probably find the other half eventually. Okay. As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now, my sister Bonnie has been acting strange lately. She never got over the death of our father. She's always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it, and now, with all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. Yummy bee. What the freak? I'm worried she's gonna do something stupid. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. Francesca Robertson. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know she is still loved. I see people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. wooden totems. She's still loved. Okay. Selenic totem. Wood. Selenic totem. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I want to tell you that Mr. Hungerford responded well despite the pain he must be in. I put him through the ringer with that witch's finger. Okay, Bonnie. So, okay, we gotta keep an eye out for Bonnie Robertson. Okay. Probably. Okay. Next, Verona Green. Those silly sods at Kyle Garth Hall won't let me in to look around. It seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that it might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old git. Oh. I'm not so easily put off, though. Do you have a tenebrine cloak I could use this evening? I've got some snooping to do. Okay. I'm no bottom, I'm a switch. I don't know about that one, Rogue. Don't know about that one. St. Cedric's Thunder is used to store the power of a single thunderclap. Alchemists have been trying to harness power for centuries, and there are rumors that some have indeed successfully used it to transmute base metals into gold. They're placed at the tops of mountains to charge them during storms. Gemstones can be used to prevent the charge from waning over time. Okay, change the label color for that one. Move you over to the side. And then I'm running out of space. So you go up there now. Okay. What did I just get? I have completely blanked on the name of the thing I just got. Cedric's Thunder. There we go. Hello, 100 Hitman. Hello. Yeah, we're back on this game. Base metals into gold. Okay, purple gemstones. What do purple gemstones mean? Stone of containment. This checks out. Alright. That checks out. Alright. Cool. Alright, next person, please. Baron Potter. Yo, what's good, Aunt? Hell yeah. I'm existing. I'm just on this game still. I don't know, some of these descriptions are really fucking fake. I can't do this shit. It's really hard. But yeah. I'm existing. Yeah. His train was late, so we had a brief chat. And he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. Okay. I didn't know you were old enough to be an aunt. Well, yes. Oh. Okay, about the curses. So, okay. In other news, I got a little something for you if you're interested. It's gonna cost you, but it's worth it. It's a map of the catacombs. Very rare, worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. All I'm asking in return is a Valant. Yes. On close inspection, I'm able to feel the energy concentrated at its tip. Is that wait, what? I mean, this got confirmed, but also, what do you mean? It vibrates with energy. Oh, on the tip. I see. Yeah, okay. Hey Ari, did you know that Moog City is 15 years old? What is Moog City? Oh, oops. Okay. Don't just go random places in the catacombs. Understood. Put these here, we can close that drawer. Next person. Minecraft music. Ah, I see. I've just been sent a link of Moog City. I've got an ad. Okay, hold on. Sorry, who are you? I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know who's behind this madness. All these people with pitchfork eyes, but nobody's listening to me. I've seen it happen before. It's 7 years ago. My father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm going to take care of it myself. A Corvin's might, please, and I'll be on my way. Well. We've been warned about this. Gray's Grace. Dispel melancholy. That doesn't really help. But sure, Corbin's might. She's a pretty hot one, huh? What? Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's this Minecraft song. I see. Okay, yeah. No, I know. I see. I see. It's a little crow. I'm not Lil, but yes. 'Tis I, the crow. Okay, Gray's Grace or Corbin's Might. Do I have a Gray's Grace? I swear I had it somewhere. Gray's Grace. Or potentially this one might be Corbin's Might. Let's give you that one. So you can calm down. Spirit Vault. Don't insult me, Thaumaturge. This isn't some depression that can be cured with your little trinkets. Not Lil, well she's literally 3-1. I'm not 3-1! I will get a hold of a Corvin's Might. Oh. Well, good luck with that one. There we go. And then what was the other thing I got? I keep doing this. Like, I just don't read the name of the thing I just got. Spirit Vault. So a Spirit Vault, also known as a foetid chamber, is a receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. The interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the nickname. They're considered not dangerous since shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. A faint vibration of the receptacle can be felt when a shroud is held within. Receptacle. Okay. Oh, well, I have no idea. 3-1 official dwarf. I'm not 3-1. What the freak? She's short of but adorable. No. No. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged toward the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. You are? Now hush. No. Okay. I see you're being a hammerman for Monster Hunter now. Well, joke's on you. I played Dual Blades. Suppose I'm looking for a gravestone in this shape. Should be that one. Yes. I squeeze through a partially collapsed passageway and emerge in a small chamber. Glinting in each flickering torchlight, I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Brown shard of some kind. Bronze. Black, orange, black. Leathery, hard, smooth. Nothing to remark, nothing to remark. Okay. Okay, well, guess we keep going. Constance Bader. My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I will need a talon. Yes. The shape of the nail tips match the scarring on the cheek of the person in the sketch. Yep. Morgan's Folly. A folly symbol can be revealed to induce a trance-like state in anyone who casts their eye upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Precautions should be taken against unwittingly looking upon the hidden symbol for too long. Okay. Hello, Rook. Thank you, Rook. A folly symbol can be revealed to induce a trance-like state, and anyone who casts their eye upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Upon the hidden symbol for too long. Well, we'll see. Oh, where's Jupiter today? Oh, where's my cat? It's like, there's something here. I'm missing here. Oh, where's Jupiter today? I always look forward to coming in to say hello to him. I've been working my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. I keep coming back to this series of sketches. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the plinths? What the frick? I assume that has something to do with the thaumic fields. Maybe? But also, she mentioned a plinth. What the fuck is a plinth? I don't remember. Well, it's not here. So I'm going to Google what a plinth is. So I had to smooch. Aww. Plinth, a heavy base supporting a statue or vase. Architecture, the lower square slab at the base of a column. What? What the fuck does that mean? I have no idea what that means. I'm getting quite railed. What, without me? Crazy. Okay, next person. Francesca Robertson. Hello, welcome back. I have had to stop using the witch's finger on Jack Hungerford. Yeah, I was worried it might end up killing him. I believe it has helped somewhat, but it still hasn't been enough to lift him from this curse. You can reel me if you want. I mean, shit if you're offering. I'll take that mether for myself. I need to get my thoughts in order. Okay. Follow-up question. I didn't give you a restful mether because I don't know which one it is. So, I have 3 cups, right? I got the 3 cups. It kind of looks like this one. So I'm gonna assume she means this one. No, it's not this one. Was it this one? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oops. Alright, well. I might come back for that Corvin's Might. I've come back for that Corvin's Might, and I'm not taking no for an answer this time. I want a Corvin's Might. Either you give it to me or you never see your cat again. Take it to the woods behind Calgarth. Fine. Woods behind Calgarth. Woods behind Calgarth. Where the fuck is Calgarth? Where's the woods behind Calgarth? Where the fuck is Calgarth? You gotta give me a better, like, Calgarth Hall. Okay. It's close enough, says a voice from the shadows. Give me the Corvin's Might and I'll return your cat. I peer into the gloom, but I can't see anyone amongst the trees. I hesitate. I should give her what she wants, but then again, I'm a thaumaturge. I don't always have to do what people want. Perhaps there's a better way to find out where Jupiter is. Yes. I focus my attention. First of all, let me change the label color so I can get that correctly. Okay. I focus my attention on the diverging hook, searching for the woman's mind hurriedly for any thought relating to Jupiter. It doesn't take long for her to realize that something is wrong. She steps up from the shadows with an enraged look on her face and lunges at me, causing me to slice wildly with the diverging hook. Her feelings of anger flow through the hook into me and scatter. She stumbles forward, confused now, and I try again, this time latching onto a swirling image of Jupiter's face, and I cut once more. I learn instantly that Jupiter is safely stowed aboard the Merry Belle, and I back away uncertainly, feeling a complex mixture of anger and pity at the now placid woman in front of me. Mary Bell. 23. Give me my fucking cat back! The Mary Bell is an old paddle steamer, blah blah blah. There's nobody aboard and nobody I can see at least. I climb up the railing and start peering through the windows. As I approach the far side of the boat, I hear a desperate crying coming from behind a windowless door. I try the handle and opens to reveal an unpressed cat with mismatched eyes. Jupiter. He springs from his prison into my arms. I hold him tight to my chest and he rubs my chin with the back of his head, purring with delight. I got my cat back! Yippee! Good kitty. Unshrimp now. Stretch and hydrate. Aw, dang it. But I want a shrimp. Jealous catto gets pets. Good kitty. Look at the cat. Alright, I got my cat back. I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the guilty ram when a stranger came up to me. He handed me a book titled The Changes of Dr. Lermonth before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I've been having terrible nightmares, and they're getting worse. I just spoke to Dr. Robertson, and she sent me here. Okay. Something to do with nightmares. Okay. So he's been terrible nightmares. See. Nightmares. Thank you for the 7 bits, Rug. Have last few bits, much loves. Aw, thank you, Rug. Province Might. Purifier, Fire and Flame. Levitation. Access for Burning Blood. Ethereal Key. Master Creatures. Dispel Melancholy. Allow the bearer to pass unrecognized if used for any length of time. Hearing. Post dust after death. Holgan Grim. Holgar. Rituals. Personal demons. Hunter's Boon. Black Heart Curse. Wait, is that a Black Heart Curse? Heart of the Sufferer feels painful to the touch. No. Nightmares. Heart. Kindle romantic interest. Upheaval and change. For banishment of Hobbs' fear. Noctic sight. Noctic sight. Suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. So, Moonstone Guardian. Right? Ascus. An ascus allows the bearer to breathe underwater. The sensation is said to be most unusual since it requires one to not breathe at all. Those that use an ascus for an extended period sometimes forget to breathe once they're back on dry land and subsequently pass out. The core of the item is cold to touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. Um... Cold, core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring called the halo stays warm. Like this one. Cold, warm. I'm thinking that one's an Ascus. Okay. Alright, next. Ding ding. Alright. There's not much that can unsettle me these days, but I found something at Culgarth Hall that I'd rather I hadn't. In a cellar where they found those two poor girls, I came across a bubbling black mess that was oozing from the rock itself. Oh. Seems there's a sickness in Undermere. It's in the earth and the water, and it's spreading. I suppose it falls to me to find out where it's coming from. If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start. See if I can find anything in the catacombs. I realize now that I've been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. I won't go into the catacombs without a sextrum. What the fuck is a sextrum? Sextrum. Insanity, mind. Sextrum. Fortinance can enhance physical strength or restore strength that's been sapped, whether by exertion or by hex. They're usually made of stone or iron and take the form of a small totem. Fortinance. Stone or iron. Restore strength. Small totem. Nothing to remark, nothing to remark. Nothing. 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 Yeah, what the freak? Okay, well, I don't know. Next day. He tried to use the diverging hook on his partner as he had done on himself, but he could find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hands ripped at the satchel, tearing it open and sending the black casket tumbling out. A cross. Okay. Below a moon that does not shine, there's no mark upon my shrine. In the dark but not alone, my neighbor bears across a stone. Okay, I'm assuming it's the catacombs, again. Below a moon that does not shine, there's no mark upon my shrine. Uh-huh. What is that thing? In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. In the dark but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Okay, so... that one. Yes. Arian being bullied? What did you do, Rogue? What did you do to get bullied? Oh. Hi, honey. Hi, wife. Oh, are you getting bullied by Honey? What do you mean, what did I do? I mean, you have to have done something to get bullied by my wife, right? Told me what's on his throne? Yeah. I find the blank tombstone without much trouble, but there's nothing else here. Feeling foolish, I begin to make my way back to the surface when suddenly I see it, tucked away in a natural crack in the rock wall, a stone totem. This is what I came for. Okay. And I threatened to buy it. Oh wait, what's on his throne? Hold on, chat. I have traveled a long way searching for an eye of the forest. I have read stories of the dreyer of old who would hunt in partnership with an eagle, seeing what they see soaring on the wind. What? I intend to rekindle this lost custom. Perhaps you know something of it. About it, I guess. Eye of Cernunnos. Okay, before we do that, I'm going to very quickly, take a peek at Rogue's Throne. Oh, I see! Oh yeah, you sent me those. I did see those, yeah. Well, good luck, Rogue. That's all I can say. Okay, Eye of Cernunnos. Why am I exploring? I don't need to be exploring. Help me? No. No, I think you, you live with the consequences of your actions. The Eye of Cernunnos. Let's see. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, these ancient artifacts enables one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. It is alleged that Cernunnos himself wielded an eye. Eyes of Cernunnos are hard to come by. They are powerful and should not be used carelessly. Where the fuck am I supposed to find one of those for you, bro? What the freak? Cernunnos. Voice. Okay, it said he himself had an eye, right? Wielded an eye. Okay, so he wielded an eye. So then, it's this thing. Let's see, it will be on me. Yeah, exactly. G gemstones. Okay, sure. Zephyrum. These resonant objects give off a faint odor that will be familiar to any thaumaturge. It is the scent of the storm, of ozone and power, the scent of magic. When these vapors are inhaled deeply, they can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. This is the power of the west wind. Okay. Fun. Next. Mailman! Yippee! I was expecting to talk with Marna Green this morning, but she wasn't at home. Unusual for her. I hope she's okay. And I have a letter! Yippee! If you can spare the time, we'd appreciate your help. There's something unusual in our house. You can't miss it. We're the only detached house on Ruskin. Warmest regards, Miss R. Bream. Mrs. R. Bream. Okay. Only detached house on Ruskin. Ruskin. Where's Ruskin? Ruskin. Is that a street name? Ruskin. One. I'm greeted by a tired-looking middle-aged woman who immediately offers me tea. I gratefully accept, enjoying the social ritual before we meander towards the point of my visit. She leads me up the stairs and into the attic. A small window does little to dispel the gloom, but our eyes slowly adjust. Then we hear the voices. At first I think it's the house creaking in the wind, soft murmuring groans that seem to come from the walls themselves. But then I feel as though a conversation is happening, too quiet to make any sense of. What the freak? What the freak? Huh? Too quiet to make any sense of, so... Hearing charm? With the hearing charm, I suddenly find myself able to pick up every small sound without difficulty. The whispered voices become clearer, and my heart beats faster as I hear what they're saying. They're discussing a section of the wall where some of the bricks are loose. Carefully, I pull them away to reveal a small cavity. Inside to my horror is a human skull, its dark eyes staring lifelessly back at me. At the insistence of the voices, I reach inside the cavity, and my hand closes around an unusual-looking item. Immediately, the voices fall silent, and my heightened senses are left with the whooshing drumbeat of the blood being pumped around my body. Okay. What the heck are you? Nothing to remark, nothing to remark. Smooth, race detailing, bronze, and green gemstone. Okay. There's certainly something. What time is it actually? It's been, what, 2 hours? I think I'm going to... I'll finish out the day. Yeah. I'm probably gonna call it after this day, and then take a break, and we'll be back for Valorant in about 2 hours. At 8? Okay, sorry, what did you say? My father's sword is a space in the hilt where a shimmer should go, but he sold it to buy whiskey a long time ago. For whatever reason, he never did sell the sword itself. I wanted to restore it to its former glory. Shimmer, 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 shimmer. Babelia? Let's see. I'm like picking at my fucking lip. Okay. The meaning of the unusual markings on a babelia is not clear. They resemble a mentic field pattern, but the items themselves do not produce a mentic field. They can be used to aid with the translation of foreign text, although they require some skill to make full use of. This ability does not transfer to spoken language. Okay, what? Okay, wait, what? Babelia. Resemble a mentic field. Mentic field. Mentic, no. Sleep vessel. No. Mentic field. Where have I heard the term mentic field before? Dinuric field. Mantic field, what? Okay, well, I don't know. It happened. Oh, did it? Freddie Lamb. I worked with steel mill in Keswick, and I don't think there's a one of us who hasn't suffered a nasty burn. Do you have anything that can protect against that sort of thing? Against a burn, you say? A burn. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. A burn. A Cyrene ward made of basalt scale and material known to endure intense heat. Made of basilisk scales. Okay. So we've got some gems there. No. I need orange and... Okay, so orange and black. So amber is orange. Then black is obsidian. So this one. Yes. Okay. A solemn nether. Of the three types of nether, the solemn variety is considered the most powerful. It permits the drinker to forge pathways in the mind to recall that which has been forgotten or to repair that which has been broken. It will produce a notably stronger thaumic field than the other two types. My wife will be relieved. I found this down the side of the counter just now while I was waiting. Don't know if it's anything important or not. Oh. You know, that is important. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Is there a pattern to this madness? Yes, there is. There absolutely is a pattern to this. Okay, then that one, then that one, then that one, then that one, and this one. Okay, so then that one and that one. Thaumic lens. Okay, so we found the thaumic lens. So how do we use this? Those are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. Okay. Okay, so that produces a pattern. So for example, this one's a lead heart. So lead heart... no. Maybe not the best example. Okay. So if I take this one... So that's 2. That means 2, but what's 2 mean? Because this one's a restful nether. What the fuck does a restful nether do? I will figure this out. Okay. Restful nether. Link to the inner mind. So inner mind. Your inner mind. Okay, inner mind. So if I go here and I draw the symbol. So if I draw the symbol of Mentic. So the symbol of Mentic produces that pattern, which is that thing. Is that relevant? I don't know. So that one is 2. That one's 2, but with an extra line there. Okay. So then I still have no idea what the fuck that's supposed to mean. However, that does mean that the other solemn nether, this one's a solemn nether. No idea what the other thing means, but atomic field. Doesn't mean anything. What does that mean? I don't know. So that Mentic produces that one. So if I were to change this over to making Wixic, it's a different symbol. Okay. So then if I made dynamic, right, a dynamic field pattern, yes. Okay. So if I change this one into a Noctic, it's that. Okay. So then if I did Selenic, okay, so 3 is Selenic. Right, that's that symbol. Dradic. So Dradic, Selenic. No, what was the other one? I think it was Noctic. So Noctic, Dradic, Selenic. I don't know what that means, but that's what this paper's saying. Do I have anything that suggests Dradic? No. 6 points, no. Selenic? Elva stone. Okay, what were the other ones? And then I needed Noctic, then Dradic. Do I have anything that's Noctic? Noctic. Noctic. Ambra? They produce a Noctic field. Selenic totem. Is Selenic and Noctic? Um, Noctic. Is that one? And then Dradic. I only have Sleep Vessel. Okay, so I don't know what that does. Okay, follow question. Follow up. Noctic. If I find the thing Noctic. Ambra. Okay. They produce a Noctic field, which is the swirly bit. So if I just take everything I have, just, that one's Selenic. Okay, I don't see anything producing a Noctic field. Pallium doesn't produce anything. Okay, the Holden Grim produces a Noctic field. Okay, but that's a Holden Grim. We know that. What does that mean? I have no fucking idea. Alright, next. Judgment is coming. We worship the warrior not out of love, but because he is powerful. Because he demands our fear. What use is a god that you're not afraid of? Those of us who have read Holgar's teachings have known about the prophecy for a long time, and now the casket will finally be opened. It contains his final lesson for those who will not kneel. It contains his retribution against the sinful. It contains his divine rage. My preparations are underway to celebrate his wrath and prove our devotion. For now, a veiled fen is all I require. Veiled fen. Here you go. The witherance. A witherance is an inverse of a fortance and sometimes put to more malicious use. These can be crafted from stone like the fortance, but wood is more commonly used. Okay. I suppose we will end day. Alright. The two men fought as the heavens opened and lightning flashed across the night. One man wrested the casket from the other's grasp and leapt astride his horse, galloping off into the cold, wet darkness. Okay. We have a card. We'll figure out where the card goes next time. Alright. We have solved this little cabinet. We've opened like the back side of this. We still have this to open. and we still have like some scraps of paper to decipher, but for now, that's a pretty good place to end on. It's quite amount of progress for today, and yeah. I am quite enamored of this game. I really like it. It's fun. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I will be streaming in approximately an hour and a half. Oops. Where I'll be streaming Valorant with Kuma and I don't know if we have any other special guests, but I don't think so. At least I've not been informed this week. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all, and I'll see you guys later. Yeah, let's see. Okay, I want to see if anyone's streaming that I know of. And, yeah. Oh, hey, Moogle's streaming. Slay the Spire 2? Fuck yeah. I love Slay the Spire 2. We're gonna raid Moogle, because she's playing Slay the Spire 2. Peak game, honestly. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. As always, I'm super appreciative of you being here at all, and I hope I'll see you later tonight. I love you all. Bye!